Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my March book haul, 40 plus books. Now, I've gained 42 books this month. I'm not counting a few that I bought and got given on the other day because that's too many. And I was planning, so they're kind of going on to March hauls, but I have been given 29 books and I've only bought 13 that I'm counting. I think there's only going to be an extra 2 that I've bought in the other bit. So, I'm doing all right. But 29 books I got given this month. That is absolutely incredible. It was obviously my birthday at the start of the month and I have been spoilt rotten by so many people. I will be linking everyone's channel down below. I am so grateful to every one of you. Every one of the gifts, not just the gifts I'm grateful for, the birthday messages, the love I felt. I am so blessed. You are all absolutely flipping incredible and I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Every one of these books were given to me by a true friend and I love them. I just can't stop saying the love. And like I said, the birthday wishes as well, they meant so much to me. So obviously, because I've got so many books and I do not want this video to be long, I will not go into too much descriptions on each book because otherwise it will take forever. But please bear in mind, if there are any books you want to know more of, let me know in the comments below or message me on Instagram. That's the best way of getting hold of me, or on Boxer. I'll see if I can link down my Boxer name down there. But yeah, let me know if you want to know more details on the books and I'll do it then. So let's get on with it. I think I'm going to start off with these 2 books because they're precariously packed. I'll tell you what, trying to get these all downstairs earlier, Thomas was having to help me because he was just mad. So I got the first 2 books in the Abalone Jones series by the lovely Jack from Spread Book Joy. The Haunting of Abalone Jones and The Bewitching of Abalone Jones. Now I think the first one I'm going to be saving for November, October-November time, so it's like scary Halloween time. They're middle grade books, which I know that I'm excited about. Abalone Jones, she likes reading ghost stories and it's like dreary half terms, and so I am literally so excited by these because I've seen them all over Facebook. I know Jack's spoken about them. Julie from Hungry Bookworm's spoken about them. They're not long books, they're quite short, but they are ones that I'm super excited about. God, my sofa's going to get jammed in a minute. Now the other one, this is such a funny book. I knew this book was from the lovely Alice from Alice's Giant Bookshelf. This is Dear Reader, Comfort and Joy in the Books. There is no way I'm going to be able, this is another short book, but there is no way I'll be able to wait until Non-Fiction November for this. But actually, the gift card came in the note saying, a gift from Lady S. Garden. That's our little joke, but I knew it was from Alice. I was thinking, who the hell is Lady S. Garden? And I knew this was Alice's favourite book, so I went, Alice? And she was like, yeah, that's from me. So Alice has spoken about this lots. It's about books inside books. It's about a book about books. It's a companion for readers everywhere. To be honest, this may get read in like May or June, I think, because I'm really excited by that. I can't wait any longer. I love books about books. It's just, hence there's another book that I got sent that's a book about books. Then the lovely Amy from Booktube with Amy sent me this, Song of Achilles. I've got loads of people I think I want to buddy read this with. I think this one may get read in May actually, because there's someone I know that loves buddy reading this. And this is one of the, I loved Circe, which I read, and I didn't know. And I heard also this Song of Achilles is gorgeous. It says a lovely, beautiful paperback. And it's about Greek, Age of Heroes, young Prince Patroclus has been exiled to the court of King Peleus. Okay. Again, looks fantastic. I know when I'm going to be buddy reading that. The next 2 are from the lovely Ange from Angie's Book Chatter. And they are the first and second in the Tudor Queen series. Sneaky peek, there may be a read-along coming up soon, but there'll be an official announcement out in a couple of weeks. But yeah, I've now owned the whole series. Yay! I have not read the first one, Catherine of Aragon, in a good 2 or 3 years, since possibly before I started Booktube. I love the third one. I love Catherine of Aragon. If you watch my Tudor Queens video, you'll know that she's one of my favourites of the Queens. And then we got these 2. And they're matching. They're gorgeous. They're matching editions. I'm literally screaming for them. Now, the next 2 are from the lovely Danny from Danny's World Books. I think no good with her channel name. but Danny is another true friend. All these people are really bloody good friends and I absolutely adore them. This is The Library by Bella Osborne. Now, this has been on my Amazon wishlist. I've seen it on Amazon popped up, and it's about a library. So it's a teenager Thomas blended into the background. After a row with his dad, he escapes to the library. And it's got a pensioner Maggie. You know I've got a thing about older protagonists. And she's happily alone in a beloved novel for 10 years. Until they meet, they recognise something in each other. Another book about books. What more do I want? Then I got a book for Victober, I think. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This is a lovely book by the lovely R.L. Stevenson. I've got Treasure Island now and I've got this one. So it'll either be read for this Victober or the next one. Wordsworth Classic Edition, which you know I'm collecting. She knows I'm collecting this. It is absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait for that. Then the next two are from my Booktube bestie, Gem, from Read a Book Gem. I love Gemma. We're going up book shopping at the end of November, so at the end of November. End of April, which will go on May's haul because it's literally after payday and I would have filmed my haul by then. She got me The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. I loved the Kiss Quotation and the other book by the author, and I can't remember the name of it. The Bride Test, and this is the third in the series and it's one I've been wanting for ages. It's got great autism rep, I believe. This is a woman struggling with burnout, learns to embrace the unexpected and the man she enlists to help her. This is a heartfelt romance. What have I done to my copy? It needs to be cleaned up a little bit. And this, oh, look, if this is anything anywhere near as good as The Bride Test or the other one, then I am, the Kiss Quotation, I am going to scream. This is one I'm super, super excited about. Now the next one, I actually heard on, my sister Charlie spoke about it. And obviously as I am 40 plus now, Confessions of a 40 something, I am definitely going to be reading this soon. Apparently this is going to make me laugh and cry. I think this might be safe for July because it might be a good fun read to read with Jane, in the mix of Jane Austen July, and with July being the month the kids break up from summer. Actually, this might be a good book to take on holiday with me because I'm going on holiday in July. So yeah, this one, I think I'll take this on holiday with me then. So don't forget, remind me I'm going to be reading it then. It's a novel for women who wonder how the hell she got there. For any woman who wonders how the hell she got there and when life isn't quite how she imagined it's going to be. Desperately trying to figure it out. And this just is apparently supposed to be absolutely hilarious. I'm definitely finding that since I've got to my 40s, I've become a bit of a sod it now. I'm going to enjoy my life, do what I want, drink my gin, have fun, be happy for who I am. Can't freaking wait to read that. Now the next two are from my friend Tracy, from my own social life. She is a friend from home. We met because of our kids are in the same class. They went to toddler group together. Her little girl Ava is about 6 months older than my little boy Thomas, and they've become best friends. We became best friends, and she's one of my absolute besties. She said, "What do I want for my birthday?" I went, "Here's my Amazon wish list. Help yourself." So she bought me a Taylor Jenkins Reid book, which I loved. I absolutely loved Malibu Rising, which I think was either in this last video or this one, but I loved it. No, Malibu Rising I read at the start of the month, so it would have been in my wrap-up part 1. I loved The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I think this is her latest one. At 29, Hannah has no home, no career, and no idea what she wants to do. Set in Los Angeles, got help of her best friend. Looks brilliant. Don't want to know too much. She got it for me. I am so looking forward to that. Then she got me a book that so many of you have inspired me to read. I love The Nightingale, although it made me cry, and I've heard so many good things about this. Actually, there's another one I might be reading soon. I'm trying to decide between this and another one about which one I'm going to do my first buddy read with Danny. And this is set in 1934, and Elsa Martini has found a life on the farm she yearned for. A family, a home, and a livelihood in the Great Plains. But then Elsa's world is shattered by the winds. Don't want to know anymore. It's supposed to be powerful, stirring, windswept story that will make your heart break and soar in equal measures. Fantastico! Can't wait for that. Next one is from Gem of Books, who is another Booktube bestie, Absolutely love that girl. She is like one of the best. She said it was a late birthday present, but I knew she'd never forget me because she's one of the sweetest people. I chat to her, Danny. There's like 2 groups of us that I've got. I've got her and Danny on one group chat. I've got I've got Jem, Alice, Jack and Ange on another, and I chat to both groups daily. They're bloody lovely. This is a YA by Lucy Worsley, and it's about Queen Victoria's in this. Miss V. Conroy is quiet as a mouse, but when she becomes Princess Victoria's companion, she finds she can no longer stay in the shadows. This is also absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I can't wait for that. The next one is from another Booktube friend who I absolutely love, and that's from Kat from Brews and Reviews. This is the first in the Jessie Jefferson series. I just need the last 2, and then I own every single Page Tune books. This is not supposed to be read until next year, because if we do the Page Tune buddy read, but it's one I've been wanting so long. I don't know how quickly I'm going to want to pick this up. Basically, if you read Page Tune's books, it's set about Jessie. She is the unknown father. No, she wasn't known as the daughter of Johnny Jefferson, who is in Johnny's. I think Johnny's Girl is one of the thingies, and it is all about Johnny. There's so many books, and I absolutely love this. Literally, you cannot not love Page Tune's books. She is my favourite author ever. I literally love it. Here we go. So Johnny Be Good is the first book that talks about Johnny, and then you've obviously got Baby Be Mine, which talks about him as well, and this is the YA series about Jessie Jefferson. There's 3 books, and this is the first one, and it's one I'm literally could be screaming the living daylights out of because I loved it so much. I'm trying to sort my piles out so I know which bit I'm put where. Now the next one is from one of I now work at Baz Books in the charity shop, and one of the volunteers there, Ina, loves thrillers, and she wanted to get me a book. So this is the hardback. I do love hardbacks, although they're hard to carry. Newish one of Lisa Jewell. One of Lisa Jewell's newest books. A missing woman in an abandoned mansion, a family hiding a terrible secret. I've got a thing about end pages. Look how gorgeous this was. Oh, it is just gorgeous. It's like 2017 and 2018, and dig here. Look how gorgeous it is. I've got a thing about end pages. Like, they're just gorgeous, and oh my god, I just love it. I'm so grateful for this. Literally cannot believe I got that. So thank you, Ina. I love working at Baz Books. It's dangerous. And the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are from my sister Charlie. Then I've got quite a few from Chris and the kids. And then we're going to get on to books that I bought myself. So the first one is Wishes Under the Willow Tree, which Charlie got me from my charity shop, Baz Books. And I loved the author's other book. And I think it's one of the library ones. And I'm just going to see, because I love it when I can tell which books that the author's written, and I cannot tell you, but that one of this author's books, I loved it, and it was set in the library and things. And this is set in Noon Sun. Benedict and Estelle thought they'd found their happily ever after, but unable to have children they've longed for, their marriage hits the rocks. It's under a willow tree. Sounds really silly, but growing up, we had a willow tree in our house as children, and I used to love digging under it. I used to love the willow tree, and that's kind of why I got my sister to buy it for me, because it is literally set there, and it's just sounds cheesy, but I loved it. Now this next one has been over Booktube. I think a lot of people have heard about this. It's a very fun contemporary book called The Hating Game. I know that Kat from Brews and Reviews has just read it, and she absolutely loved it. Now this is Nemesis, one long-standing rival and arch enemy, a person's undoing, Joshua Templeton. And then Lucy Hutton's baker of cakes, so it's got cakes in it, charming assistant, nice girl, she's waging war. And the war against Josh Templeton. It's supposed to be really good fun. It looks gorgeous. I love it. Charlie bought it for me. I just can't wait for reading it. Then we've got The Tiger's Wife, which she picked for me because I wouldn't have picked this, but it's apparently won Orange Prize for Fiction in 2011. It's historical fiction. I don't know too much about it because, like I said, Charlie picked it in the charity shop, which she said that I would love it. My grandfather never refers to The Tiger's Wife by name. His arm around me and my feet are on the handrail. My grandfather might say, I once knew a girl who loved tigers so much she became one herself. Looks really good. If Charlie liked it, then I'm going to. This next one is Booktube Inspired because it is up. I thought it was going to be on the women's prize list, but it didn't get there. I loved some of the other Sarah Women books I've read. I literally love them. She's got a few great books, and When God Was a Rabbit, The Year and Tin Man were amazing. The Year of Marvellous Ways, these books were the books that I absolutely loved, and I've heard so many good things about this. I was going to want it in hardback, but Charlie from Charles Heathcote said to wait till it comes in paperback. It's set in 1944 in Italy. The bombs fall around and two strangers meet in a ruined cellar of a Tuscan villa. And then it just looks amazing. I love books set in the World War II. I love Italy because Chris has got relatives that come from there. And it's just stunningly beautiful. Again, it's a paperback, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. Like, I just love this cover alone. It's just one I'm really excited about. So thank you, Charlie. Now the next one is one, again, it's taking all my might not to pick this up and read it straight away. The title gives it away as to why I want to read it straight away. It's Em and Me. Obviously, I'm Emily/M to other people. It's about a daughter, it's about a mother, it's a secret that holds the key to a puzzle that will set them free. I loved this author's other book, and it was, the other book literally made me cry. Saving Missy made me cry. It was one of my favourite books in January, and when I heard this book was out, oh God, it was just literally, I begged her to get me this. Again, it's gorgeous, look at it, it's just stunning. Her daughter is called Em and she's called Delphine. I'm called Em. The day that Delphine finally stands up for herself is the day that changes everything. I can't wait. I'm hugging this book. Oh, I just can't wait. I'm so excited. Now I'm going to move the piles across because this is getting a very long video, so I've got to stop talking about the book so much. But you know me, I'm a chatterbox. The next one Mia picked for me for my birthday. You want to know the reason why she picked this for me? It's Kathy Kelly's other book, The Other Woman. She likes bees, I think that was another reason. 3 tangled women, 3 secrets, 3 tangled lives. Mia says apparently I can't keep a secret. I can. She doesn't think I can. 3 women, 3 tangled secrets. And it just looks amazing. I also got the family gift, so I do want to read this. I just don't know how quickly I'm going to get to it. At the end of this, I'll ask you guys to tell me how quickly to get to this. That's why Mia picked it, because apparently it had bees on it, and she said that she thought I would like it. She thought that I can't keep secrets. Bang. Now the next one was a book that I kind of picked for myself for Mother's Day, but they both got it for me. Do I need to say any more about the Woolworths Girls series? It's my favourite series, one of my favourite book series of all time. This is the latest book. This will get read in May because I've waited long enough for it. And it's basically set after the Second World War. It's set in 1950, and it's about the Woolworths Girls' daughters. And this is about Bessie, Claudette, Clementine and Dorothy. And I don't need to know any more. It's the newest book in this series. I will be getting it. I will be reading in May. I'm screaming about that one. Then Chris bought me the next lot. This one I saw my sister Charlie spoke about it, and when it was in my charity shop I wanted it. It was on my Amazon wishlist, but I saw it for £1, and my Baz Books boss told him to get it for me. It's set in 1950 in a devastated moment of clarity. Marjorie Benson abandons her dead-end job and advertises for an assistant to accompany her on an expedition. Sister Charlie raved about it. I wanted to read it. Next one is one of the only 3 Philippa Gregory books that I've not owned or not read from physical copy, and that's The Three Sisters, Three Queens. You know I like the 3 sisters. I like 3 books with 3 sisters in it. 3 Queens. I read this ages ago, and it's about the 3 sisters that become Queens of England, Scotland and France. I need to reread this one, so that's going to get read soon. Then again, I love Kathy Brownlee works. This is one of the only ones I've not read of this author's books. And this is part of a group of books, I believe. And this is 32-year-old Hetty Greengrass is a star around the family. Is the star around which the rest of her family orbits. It's Fake Shot. It's by Kathy Brownlee. I was going to pick it up. Next one was a fun middle grade book. It's one of the Mary Poppins series that I love. Mary Poppins Comes Back. I love Mary Poppins. One of my all-time favourite. And apparently there's a series of books. So this is the second one. Then this book has been beating me up, and how I didn't buy it in all the charity shops, I do not know. So when I saw it in the charity shops in Henley, I asked Chris to get it for me. I love The Silent Companions. I've got another one of these authors' books. And do I need to know any more? It's Bone China. It's going to scare the crap out of me. This is saved for November, I think. The corset I've also got. So I've got the corset. Which one, by the way, guys, do you think I should read first? Bone China or the corset? Because I've got no idea which one to read first. And then the last book he bought me was the one that I'm probably the most excited about. It is going to be one that's going to be read in Victober. I am already telling you I'm going to be doing a read along of this book, by Anne Bronte. Every year I do a read along. This is the first year that Kate Howe is not joining me with it, but I'm going to be hosting this. I've got some other co-hosts I'm going to be asking to join me, and I'll be reading this in Victober. And this is my own. I've got the Wordsworth Classics edition, but I wanted this edition of it. I wanted the Clothbound Classics edition. I just love Clothbound Classics. These are. I said to Chris, this is a book I will be saving for when Mia is older, because literally, I can't wait. I'm not joking. Now, I think, did I get The Count of Monte Cristo by Chris? I'm just double checking. Yes, this last one he bought me, actually. I didn't think he bought me this one, but apparently he did. And that's The Count of Monte Cristo. I will be hosting a read along of this next year. It's Alexandre Dumas. I've just got another Alexandre Dumas book, but this one was jumping out at me in the charity shops. I don't need to know any more. It's probably one of my biggest books I've ever got on my shelves. It's over 800 pages. Hosting a read along next year. I don't know quite when next year, but I will be. Then I start on the books that I bought myself. So again, I won't be talking too much. This book is on the Women's Prize long list. It's about aeroplanes. I saw this in my charity shop for £2. I was there when the lady donated it and I got it straight away. Sorry to all the other people in the charity shop. I wanted it. I Was Born to be a Wanderer, and it's basically set. It's got two timelines. In 1950 is the first one, and that's a lady embarks on a live stream to fly a great circle around the globe. And half a century later, Hetty Baxter is irresistibly drawn to play the Black Lady. It's a book on aeroplanes. I've already said I will be reading this in August for the month of my dad's birthday, because my dad loved aeroplanes, and this is why I wanted this book. And it is, again, absolutely, the end pages are stunning. It is stunning. What more do I flipping need? Oh, God. Then some other ones I bought. I'm trying not to let them knock me over. One of the only Maggie O'Farrell books I've not owned after you've gone. This is one of her first books. I love Tamnet. I now want to read all of this author's work. And this is a lady who boards a train to King Cross to visit her sisters in Scotland. Hours later, she steps into the traffic on a busy road and is taken into a coma. Can't wait to read that. This is the newest book that's been added to this list. It was going to be on next month's pile, but I had miscalculated, so I thought I'd add it onto this month's pile. And this is This Green and Pleasant Land by Ocean Malik. I only bought it the other day. It's set in Babel's End. A lot of people have spoken about it, and I've seen it in the works, and I bought this for Baz Books for half the price. Lots of people have spoken about it and said it's really good, so it's one I'm super excited about. And I thought I had that in a different order. Again, on my Amazon wish list, got it for £1. I've listened to it on an audiobook or read it on ebook. The Midnight Library is a book that's had me grabbed by the noogers, because it's about, could you change your life? It's a thought-provoking, it's one of Matt Haig's best books in my opinion. Everyone knows about it. I've got my own copy now. A thriller, second Lisa Jewell book of this book haul. I Found You. It's Lisa Jewell. It's one of the only thrillers of hers I've not read. And this is about Lily, who's been married for 3 weeks, when her new husband comes home, fails to come home one night, and she doesn't know where she is. He's left stranded in a country where she knows no one. Thriller, exciting. Do I need to know more? Next one is an Ali McNamara book. I support this author because she has chronic pain. I love her books. I'm reading one of her books in April, if you well know. And this is set in a Cornish town of St Felix, where romance and magic sparkles in the air. Love books set in Cornwall. This looks gorgeous. Do I need to know any more? Then the next Alexandre Dumas book, because I did the Three Musketeers tag and I've heard so much about this. I'm not 100% on this edition, so I may well get my own new edition if I can find it. But this looks gorgeous, about the Three Musketeers. I remember the cartoon series growing up and I loved it, so sounds really cheesy. Then this book was all over Booktube at one point, The Girls. It's had mixed reviews. It's set in 1969 and Evelyn Boyd is 14 and desperate to be noticed, and then she's restless, and don't need to say any more than that. The next two are the last two. These two books are ones I had to get because I'm reading the Nightingales series and I needed these two books, which is The Nightingale Christmas Promise and The Wedding Bells. So now I own the whole series. I don't want to know too much about them because it is the Nightingale series and it just looks gorgeous, so can't wait to read this. Then this one has been Booktube inspired, and that's Spinning Silver by Naomi Novak. I've heard this book talked about so many times. It's YA, it's fantasy. Will dark magic claim their home? And I think it's like a Rapunzel retelling. I can't remember what, Sleeping Beauty retelling, I think. But don't say any more. It looks really good. And then the last two are Kathy Glass books, Cut and Please Don't Take My Baby Away. You know I tend to read her books quite a lot. I'm going to love my baby and give her lots of attention. I'll show my mum she's wrong. That's about Jade, who's 17 and pregnant. And this other one I've read about on so many different times. And this is Dawn. Your social worker tells me no one knows where you were between the ages of 5 and 9. Do you have any memories? And she does say she doesn't know. So they're going to be hard hitting. So yes, I've got loads of books. 40 plus books. Are there any you guys think I should prioritise? Any ones that you want to buddy read with me? Please let me know in the comments down below. I cannot thank any of you enough for what you've done with me with all these books. Thank you all, and thank you all for an amazing March. I will say more in my March wrap up as to whether I've got my physical TBR down or up or how I did, because at the moment it's looking like it may either be even or maybe go down or maybe go up a little bit. I don't know yet. I'm going to see how much reading I do in the next couple of days. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.